and again, Hamis Semanda. I have a visitor with me. I thought he's a very important visitor that you guys would really need to listen to him. I'll not speak for him. He knows his names and the name of the farm. But what I have to remind you we are in Ghana. Ghana is in West Africa, and it's a beautiful place. So where I am today, we are going to discuss with George, and he's going to tell us about his farm, because according to me, you really need to see this person. You don't know how much he has invested in goats. It's not a joke, you guys. It's a serious project. George, welcome to my YouTube channel, the channel of farmers. You have been also my follower, so right now you're also ready to see your followers. Can you talk to my viewers, your name, the location of this farm? Because I don't want to talk for you, and yes.
Okay, so my name is George White, a Ghanaian, West African, and an African.
Wow. Seems proud of it.
Sure. I wouldn't trade any of these traits for anything. I'm an African, I'm a West African, and I'm a Ghanaian. And I'm a proud one. I mean, I wouldn't trade it for any other things. Although I've traveled a lot, I've lived a lot of places, but my identity will never get lost.
No, that's very nice.
We are in Ghana, as Hamis said earlier on. We are in the eastern region in Ghana, and a small village called Akuse. It's about an hour drive from Tema, the port city of Ghana. So we are not too far from the city.
So that means this is the last country on Africa, right? Is this the last country on the west of Africa?
It's not the last country, but it's one of the countries in West Africa.
Are we not on the border? Are we not on the sea where Africa stops?
Okay, so we lie. The Green Ridge comes through Tema.
Wow, that's so beautiful. You've heard where the man is. George, I'm going to ask you some of the questions. These questions are mine, but they are not mine, because I know you. I've gotten an opportunity of getting close to you. You never know. I might not. You know, when I'm in my country, I always have my Nkoni. So I think this man should help me with one. Okay. Now, we are here. Me, I know you. And the story I've been with you is the one that I want these people to listen to. You lived in sir. You're a good farmer.
So you are inducting me into the hall of
you are must
goat farming.
That's it.
Or a goat farmer.
So this is our first gun.
Okay.
As farmers, so when you go to rear, at the end of the day, you need to protect yourself.
Okay.
So back to the point, George. You told me, Hamis. Okay. For the introduction, you guys, I met him in South Africa. We have done a course together, me and him, in Karoo, livestock export of junior inspectors and judges of Boer goats. And when we met there, really we connected because we were talking and speaking the same language. I didn't know that the guy is so strong to this level and was very serious to this level. Where did you get that love to start goat farming?
I think goat farming, I would say, came in just about a year ago. So I've been doing animals for just about a year. But anything I put my mind to, I read, I research, and I follow those who have done it before. In Africa, in Europe, and I take a lot of inspiration from them. Especially, I would say you've been one of my mentors. I didn't know anything about animals. All I've been doing since I relocated to Ghana from UK was to go into fruit and vegetables. Yes, if you want me to speak about fruit and vegetable, we can speak for the next 2 years.
Wow.
But the animals is just about a year. The first animal I ever brought here was brought in, I think, on the 1st of July last year.
Wow.
So it's just about a year.
So this all what you have is just
about a year old, yeah.
So which kind of breeds do you have? Can you take us, maybe you show us some of the breeds that you have?
Okay.
Because so we have a lot. I'm sorry, I have a lot that I have to ask you. Not for me, but for the people who are watching us.
Okay. So we started with the boa, the usual boas. Initially, I brought some from Belgium.
Wow.
I also brought boas from South Africa. I extended my reach to Kalahari's. I added Savannah and also the blackberry. Even the blackberry is not really common in South Africa itself. But I have good blackberries here and they are doing wonderful.
Wow.
And quite recently, I've added the dopes sheep, the black and the white dopes. So I keep adding on. Very soon, I will add things that people are not doing. I have an order that I have special breed from South Africa,
wow.
which are not also in the market now. So look out for it.
Wow. Where are the dopers? Can we start with the dopers? You show us at least these animals so that these guys can see. You know, they might say that I'm just speaking with Mr. White and sure.
So like I said, we have the black and the white dopes. We have the black and the white dopes.
Oh, this one.
So these ones are the black dopes, the one with the black head. They are the black dopes. Let me show you the white dopes. This is also a white doper.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a typical white doper. A young one. There's another white doper.
Wow.
These are my blackberries.
The blackberries.
These are the blackberries. You can see them for yourself.
Wow.
I think blackberries came out of Kalahari.
Yes.
And currently I'm dealing with one of the guys who actually started with the blackberries.
Inventing of them, breeding
bred the blackberry and Kalahari.
Wow. Wow. Let's go.
So this is a Kalahari. Back, there's a blackberry, blackberry. There's also a Savannah kid. This is just about 3 months old here.
Wow.
Then, as usual, there's the boa.
I think I've seen also the other one. Let's go and we also have a look at them because, you know, no. Get off.
These are the troublesome ones.
Okay. This woman also. Okay, go. So guys, I wanted a practical tour about this. I want you to see, because me, I always don't want to just speak things and they're just left there. I want the owner himself to show you what exactly he has. Yeah. So, okay.
Stop it. You are not supposed to be doing this.
Then this.
So this is a boa.
Okay.
This is a boa. Savannah. These are the Kalaharis. And you've seen the blackberries. I still have some blackberries here.
Okay.
So what we're trying to do is to do just breeding.
Wow.
Pure breeding. So this farm, that is what we've set out to do. Just pure breeding.
Wow. Now, back to the point. Guys, you've seen the breeds, you've seen the animals. It's not just by words, but it's real animals. And we weighed some animals here some time back to see the live weight of the animals. I would like to ask you where you got the inspiration. You've already said it. Hamis is part of it. I've always told these people, you can produce kids, and kids can do better than you. So when you look at the genetical ability that is here, those people that are viewing us might not understand it, but me, I understand it. Even other experts in this, they really, really understand, and they give you a lot of respect over the same. I want you to tell us, why Africa? You said you went to Europe, and you've been in Europe. Why did you decide to come back here? Because the reason why I'm asking you is not only for me. People in Africa are selling whatever they have, and they want to go to Europe. But at the end of the day, you guys that have been there, you've stayed there, you're coming back to do farming here. What should we do? I want you to tell us why, and also advise we, the young people that are in Africa.
I think mine was more of a dream.
Okay.
Growing up back in the primary school, I will always have 1 or 2 goats.
Yes.
And I think at a point, I got a goat. By the time I realized I had more than 30 of them from just one female. That was back in the days.
Yeah.
But I think that I left all of that for UK. But it's always, the love for animals or farming has always been there. I didn't grow up in a farming family, but I developed a love for farming. I started with fruit and vegetables. At a point, I had more than 3,000 outgrowers producing for me.
Where? In UK or here?
In Ghana.
Oh, that is after you left
UK and came back. It was a dream, go back to Ghana and go into agric.
Not because you failed in UK and
I was doing well.
Dropping you back, or
I was doing well, but it got to a point I got fed up.
what made you to get fed up of the UK?
You see, when you live in a place for a long time and you do an introspection of your life, you have to understand where you've gotten to in that system. If you feel nothing is working, and you have to decide, you know what, you've gotten to a point, just cut it off. I know a lot of people, it's difficult because we always use our kids, we born there as an excuse for me, because we always say, oh, let's stay because of education. Let's stay because of education. After they are done with school, then we'll come back to say, oh, because of the healthcare system in Europe, UK, America. So because of the healthcare, I'm on retirement. I would prefer to live here. But come on, it gets to a point.
My best farmer, I want you to sit here.
It gets to a point.
Because where you're going is where I want to really to understand. You get it?
It's a personal choice, I believe. I believe that we are all given talent by God. I don't leave that factor out of it. We are all given talent by God, but it depends on how you maximize that talent. I mean, even in the Bible, He gave 3 people money, whatever you may call it. At the end of the day, what happened? We all know the story. So
now, I want you to share at least a picture, because we hear those guys, they have a prolonged winter and they also have a prolonged summer or something. And those guys, they say they do a lot of serious farming than us. Have you tried to go into their farms and find out how they do it? Because here, for us, we have full seasons, but we don't produce and we don't have money. You get it? Did you go? How do those guys manage to have big quantities of animals in UK? More than us. For us, we have many seasons and we don't do better than them. How do they do it?
Okay, I mean, if I should go into that area, I think when you are met with limited opportunities, you go outside the box. I mean, we all know that in Europe, America, they have 4 seasons, but they do a lot than Africans. Most Africans who do not have this winter, although we also have our seasons, but rainy season and the rest. But I think we don't do a lot of research because we have the rain, we have the sun throughout the year. So we think that at any given time we can produce. But because they have limited sunshine, they make good use of that period by way of producing a lot of feed for their animals, doing silage, keeping a lot of feed.
I'm sorry. Are we still Africans that we are rich people's kids? If your dad is rich, you're sure about what you're eating today, tomorrow, and the other day. So even if you relax, you're good to go. Is it the same story that you're trying to explain to us?
Your daddy is rich, but you are not rich. Period. You might not be the only child of your dad.
Judge, I don't want to waste a lot of your time, but I want you to share for us a certain picture. What we would do. I wish we could work like them. Or maybe they're just rich, and whoever grows up, there is a basket of money, you can just go pick and be rich. Because wherever we see white people, we think for them they are born, lucky. Is it the same way because you've lived with them? I want Africans to have a picture and see how they see the West life than our life here.
I think Africans, we are not hungry for success. Period.
We're not hungry.
We are not hungry for success. If we were, we'll be doing a lot of work. And I think our training, educational, you are taught to learn, pass an exams, and look for a job, not to create a job. So if we continue that cycle, we will always be looking for jobs that are not available. But I think the youth of today, if I am to advise them,
yes,
they should find their own level, their own interest, and create jobs, and they will never forget it. I'm a typical example. The goat is just an offspring of other businesses that I do, but I'll shelve that for now. And it's all within the agri sector.
Is that the reason why you're calling it hobby farm?
It started as a hobby.
Guys, this is a hobby farm. It's called hobby farm, hobby animal breeding farm in Ghana. I'm not in Uganda, guys. I'm in Ghana. So guys who have been disturbing me, Hamis, send us animals from Uganda to West Africa. This is in Ghana. Me, I'm a discoverer. Go on, advise the youth.
The hobby, so it started as a hobby. If you want me to go back a little bit.
Just, at least, briefly.
I think on one of the Father's days, my children bought me an aquarium. And I needed fishes, aquatic fishes, exotic fishes. So we went looking for some. Luckily for us, we got somebody who had some coffee. We went to his place and we saw chicken. And that was the first time I was seeing a Brahma chicken with a hair on the leg. My wife fell in love with it, and quickly she got us to buy a male and a female. We brought them home and they became her pets. She ordered for 2 sets more, so we had three each. Before we realized, they had started laying eggs. So I went to buy an incubator. It got to a point I had more than 100 of them at home. And as usual, it was getting too crowded in the house.
Are those the chicken that produces colored?
Okay, so I started with a Brahma chicken. Then I started doing research. Then I found out other chicken that lays other colored eggs.
Guys, I saw
like the
chicken here with colored egg. The brown, actually the red, the green, the blue,
And the
I have
olive.
never seen, and the olive.
Yeah.
I had never seen it in my life. It is in Ghana. I think there is something in Ghana here.
So I got a few of the ayam, which was very expensive. Unfortunately, I lost them. I got olive. I had quite a few. There's a breed that is called Yokohama. You won't believe it. And when I did the research, they all have different pigmentation. So it's the pigmentation that gives them the colored eggs. The idea is to do something others are not doing. So that is how all of these started. So I started with pigs. I also have pigs from Belgium. These breeds are not common in Ghana. Even if they are in Ghana, they are not common. Then I started following you actually. Then I decided, let me look at the goats. And I think now the goats has taken over everything that I'm doing. So it's the reason I call it a hobby. So it started as a hobby.
Wow.
So if you hear the hobby farm, it's because it started as a hobby. But I'm turning it, or I have turned it into a business.
So when I had hobby farm and reaching at the farm is a billion farm, multi-billion farm, I really was asking myself, and no, I don't want to, rich people, you have small time, and farmers as well. So in Africa, if you're a farmer, you're a poor person, how are you going to handle that, a person that have come from abroad and guys are calling you a poor person? Because I hear in UK, I've been to South Africa with you as well. Farmers are leading the economy. They are very rich people. How are you going to handle that, minimizing somebody to tell you that a man from UK, he came back and is doing good, so he's among the poor people? How are you going to handle it?
I've heard it several times, but I know what I'm doing. I mean, if you talk about, farmers are not supposed to be poor. In Africa, farmers are not supposed to be poor. Let me use Kenya as an example. The economy is backed by agriculture. They are farmers. Look at the flowers they export in February. They make a lot of money during that first up to the third week in February. But they ship flowers throughout the year.
Wow.
So farmers are not supposed to be poor. But in other parts of Africa, or in Africa, we see it as you were not successful in school.
Go and do farming.
Go and do farming. Even growing up in school,
yeah,
when you are punished, they ask you to go and weed the school farm.
So
it discourages a lot of people. It's seen as if you don't have anything doing, go into farming. But there's a lot of money in farming.
Well, I want you to help me and tell Africans, even guys in Europe, because there is a lot of people who've been staying within Europe and they can't afford to even buy 10 goats from you. How are you going to help us? How are you planning this farm to help people around you? And what is the future of your farm? What do you want to do? Like, you've started the goats, high quality. Where are you seeing hobby farm in the next 5 years?
5 years is too long a time. In the next 2 years, I want to be the biggest hybrid goat farmer in West Africa.
I love the energy you have. I love the energy of this man. He's never negative. I think we connect.
I believe that even when you see the negativity,
yes,
you can turn it into an opportunity. I'm not saying that what you see here, I haven't had challenges. My workers are here, they will tell you. You can come to the farm and a day you've lost about 5 kids. But does it mean that that's the end of it?
No.
You come to the farm and the workers are sad. Don't even know how to communicate to me the happenings at the farm. But all I say to them is, what happened? At times I'm angry because management hasn't been
So easy.
good. But we'll keep going on, because I don't think that everything when you start, it comes with its challenges, but maybe at the point that you are going to break even and expand, that is when most times we Africans give up. But I don't give up in life.
Wow.
Those who knows me will tell you a lot about me. This you see, I have my low times. Yes, I'm human. I have my low times. But trust me, I won't trade this farming for anything. But there are okay. So, like you asked, what are my plans? I think one of the things that I will want to do.
But pardon, Mr. White. We have moved. We've been flying in Ghana, and everybody knew you wherever on the airport. We have been landing. I thought you were a politician, because Africans, the richest are the politicians. How come that you're not a politician, but everybody knows you, you're living a better life, and you have this kind of project?
I think you always have to have a good heart. Basic, because I come from a royal family in the central region, Mankesin specific. There are certain things you don't do at home. You should be able to give more if you can afford. But the more you give, the more you receive. You can receive it when you don't expect. I mean, yesterday we just went to the north, where I'm not from. We were looking for land. We went to this chief, and after talking to them for less than 10 minutes, they led us to a land and said,
That's one of the things that I can't forget in my life. Go just kneeling down to the chief, and the chief can give you a square mile of land. Oh my goodness.
And it's not a joke. That is the truth. I am not paying a dime. I said, all that they asked for was a cola.
A cola means what? Anyway, George, I don't want to mess you. We have a lot to talk about, but you told me 5 years is far. All these viewers are looking at you. They want to know, how are you going to work? Okay, let's say in 2 years, where do you want to see this? How many goats do you want to have? And after producing these animals, what is your step forward?
Okay, my major aim is to change the genetics of our local goats. Not to wipe them out, but to change the genetics. Changing the genetics is to changing the way they look, and to also change how you can gain because if you look at our local goats, there's nothing wrong with them, but it takes a longer time for them to put on weight. So if we crossbreed with these foreign ones, because these ones they have the bones. I mean, you see them.
Very good frame.
Very good frame and size, and they are meaty.
Yes.
So once we keep crossbreeding them, it gets to a point we'll have a lot of better breeds. There will still be our local breed. I mean, our local goats. They will still be smelling, and the sizes will be better, because maybe I don't know, but maybe because of the way they look, the way our local breeds, the weight. I mean, if you kill a local goat, I'm sure the carcass, you may not get 5 kilos, 10 kilos, then you are lucky.
And actually,
so I think that these are some of the things that drives people away from looking into
that
goat farming. But if we keep doing this crossbreeding, it will get to a point. And I also encourage every young guy to have a goat farm, not necessarily as big as mine, but you can start small from the house.
Wow.
There's nothing wrong with it. To learn on a small scale, because I bent my hands, but it's part of the learning. I mean, if I'm to do something else, I'll still come back to this industry.
That's so beautiful and very encouraging. Now, Mr. White, okay, this genetics, I'm quite sure, either one of these guys will have to produce over 100 or 300 males in this country. And all of us, we shall improve. But a farmer there is asking you, where are we going to sell the goat's meat? When are we exporting? Because those are the questions that they ask me. So in your opinion or in your picture, what do you want to do? Okay, you've brought the genetics, you've improved all the animals, and every farmer will say, Mr. White, you came to us, you gave us good genetics, we have the animals. What plans do you have for the extension of goat meat in this country?
So let me tell you, my plan is not to just do the genetics. My plan is to look at the full value, the value chain.
Yeah.
From providing services, providing medication, training people who want to go into animal breeding, animal farming, and also providing extension services for these people. So I'm sure within the next 6 months, I'll have to start bringing medication.
Wow.
Because you can't bring this genetics and not have the right medication for them. I'm sure there are other medications in town.
Yeah.
But if you have to do it, you have to do it well.
Yeah.
So I've started with, along the line, you spoke at Dr. Lewis.
Yeah.
He's a young guy who has been around, and I think he's hungry for success.
Yeah.
So he's one of the guys I would gladly bring to your end to be trained on one, the genetics, their health, their feeding, and how to even keep them. So when you come here, it will maybe by end of the year we should have a school here.
Wow, that's so beautiful.
Once we get a school, then people can come in and learn, do intern, do attachment, so that once you go back to wherever you came from, you will be able to impart the knowledge. That is one. Secondly, I am also going to be working with farmers who are ready to do crossbreeding. Maybe I'll give them a box to start crossing them, then buy from them back, because the end goal is to have my own butchery shop up and down the country. So if you buy from me, that is, if you're able to afford the pure genetics, and you cross them with yours, don't worry, I'll buy your end product, which will end up in someone's table.
Now, like for me, as a new Ghanaian, because actually I was converted, I'm now a Ghanaian. Why did you take long to join this? Because we don't have jobs and we are all very young people in this country. Because if you're talking about doing extension service, bringing vaccines, because many of you people here have been calling me, say, Hamis, we do not have those vaccines you're talking about. But if you become a pioneer of this country, giving them the vaccines, giving them the extension, the technical skills, practical technical skills, because many people out there are getting out of the universities, done masters, PhD, but in actual sense, if you bring him on ground, things are quite different. So if you're doing that kind of help, like the way you've said it, are you also planning to do a grill like what I did in my country? People to roast, do whole goat and so on, or not? Or else, Mr. White, another question I want you to answer me. Or you're doing all this and you want to come as a president?
No. Hell no.
He said no.
I'm not a politician. I can never be a politician. So it's not an area I've even thought of. No. Not at all.
Where do you get that heart that you really want to develop a person who has a UK passport?
It's not the passport you hold. It's not where you've lived. But it's just about touching other lives.
Wow. I love that.
It's just about touching other lives. So I don't think where you come from, where you've lived, should play a part in this. I talk to my staff. I love my staff. We fight every day, but after fighting, we get along and we continue. So, to my staff, bear in mind that the fighting will not stop. It's also to improve the way you do things. Maybe tomorrow you'll be working for yourself.
Yeah.
And I also believe that whatever they are doing, they are taking it seriously. So, for me, all the value chain, every part of the value chain is an opportunity for people to look at it.
Wow.
Somebody can decide to come and sit with me and say, Mr. White, what are the medications that you don't get locally?
I saw you even giving out drugs for free. You brought animals with drugs. I saw people after the training, they were coming to you. I need this drug, and you are just giving it out. Were you selling it or just giving it to people?
I haven't sold anything. It's just that I sold one, I think it was Kalahari buck, 4 months old. I won't tell you how much I sold it for. Somebody bought it.
Wow.
The person had to push me to the wall because I believe that I haven't gotten to the point that I want to sell. But talking to you, I think the earlier I start giving out the bucks, the better, so that the crossbreeding will start quicker than expected. I can't say that I'll wait till 2 years as I envisage to start selling my animals, because if I want to put something back into the society, the time is now.
Yesterday, you almost killed someone. A guy who came looking for Hamis here. The guy came to visit me, to see me, like he knew that I was in Ghana. He called him because I gave out his number. And he met us, but where he came from, that's where we were going ourselves. And you know, guess what? This man, he put this guy on the plane with us. The guy, he had never gotten close to the plane, but at the end of the day, he took him on the plane and we flown together. The guy almost died. You get it? So that heart, I want you to, I couldn't keep quiet, sorry about it, but I want you to talk to people, because I know you're not alone, but many people in diaspora there, they are stuck, maybe they are not stuck, but they love to stay there. What advice would you give them? Because they are Africans, however much they are in Europe, but they are Africans. What advice would you give them? Because I think they might be thinking that you guys who came back here are failures. Would you share a picture of Africa to Europe? Just briefly.
Okay, so let me talk a little bit about Salifu. I've never met Salifu because you posted a picture, a flyer that you were coming to Ghana. And when you got to Ghana, you came to me. People started asking your location. You asked whether you could share my contacts. And this guy got the contacts, called me that he was in the north, and not in Tamale, not just in Tamale, about an hour drive from Tamale. But he wants to come and see you in person. So I said, fine. We were actually in Tema and getting ready to come to the farm on Monday. Then the guy, Salifu, called that it was my farm manager who called that Salifu was here. So I asked him to wait because he had traveled 16, 17, 18 hours from Tamale to come and see you. Fortunately, unfortunately, we were going to go back to Tamale. And he got in a little bit late. But I said to myself, somebody who had followed you for how many years? 10 years?
Yeah.
Only had about 2-3 hours interaction with you. Since we were going to Tamale, why don't we go with him? I'm not related to him.
You didn't even know him.
I didn't even know him. So I decided to get him a ticket. Because if he has sat in a bus to come to Accra, to come and see you.
It's long. It's a serious one. Other guys wanted even to come from.
Luckily, you see, the Lord works in so many ways.
Yeah.
When we got to Tamale, he decided to stay with us because we had told him we were going to look at these lands.
Yeah.
The land that I just spoke about.
Yeah.
Apparently, he speaks the same dialect with these people. So he did what?
Yep. He
became
really helped us.
Our
translator. So a good heart is a big opportunity.
So I did what I felt on Tuesday, on Monday, I had to do. And what we got in return.
Wow. So
although we had an interpreter going with us, but his was very on point.
And he was very eloquent because...
And he stayed with us till the evening.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that he couldn't leave your presence.
Yeah. That's true.
He couldn't.
Yeah.
So it was given back to society.
Yeah.
I could have said no. I even got him a hotel. He wanted to go and sleep at the mosque.
Oh my God.
And I got him
accommodation, even food.
It comes naturally.
He came as my visitor, and I take this heart to thank you so much for that, because I know the way he knew me, now he's knowing a different person after you have facilitated it. So I want you, in brief, 2-3 things that I want you to tell us. One, I want you yourself, as a person in my country, we call those guys stays abroad Basama. Then I want you to call all of them, share just a brief picture why they should come back home. Then 2, I want you to tell me 2-3 things. How, because I have one of my friends, he got rich in Uganda, took his kids to Oxford, took them to Los Angeles, but at the end of the day, kids rejected to come back. And the guy has over 6 square miles. The guy is old. He's always sick. He has heart issues, but the kids are not even interested in coming back to Africa. He told me he's struggling to make sure that at least he can pull the grandchildren, but the dads and the fathers or the mothers do not allow him to do that. How have you prepared that? Will you able to bring your kids back? We really need to know that. Just briefly, I don't want to spend a lot of your time.
Okay, I mean, you know the story, but you want me to say it. I think it's about how you connect with your kids. It's about how you relate to them. It's about what you feed them. Not food, but the knowledge you feed them. All my kids are working with me.
Wow. Here in Ghana?
Here in Ghana. They all live there.
They were born here? Or?
They were born, took there, they are all back here.
Wow. How did you manage it? And how do they feel in this environment?
Because if you come to my warehouse, it's being run by my daughter and my son.
Wow.
If you come to the farm, my 2 sons comes here when I'm not here. Even when I'm here, they come with us. Unfortunately, today they have assignment in the office. They would have been here. Because what I try to inculcate in them is that you see, we have something we call if you don't bring them into the business. I personally don't force my kids into joining what I do, but I let you know the brighter side of what I'm doing. So if I've been able to do what I'm doing to take care of you, and you are not interested, what I keep telling them is that if they don't show interest, I'll make sure I sell everything, spend the money on myself, and die with it. So there wouldn't be any inheritance for them. It's because I am struggling, or I have been able to do this without their support. I don't pamper my kids. I let them know the reality. Because I wouldn't want to hire someone's kids to just work for me, and they come and I give them the money.
Wow.
Whatever you want, I will give it to you on condition that you also play a part along the chain.
Wow. That's so
I mean, the workers will tell you, they see the kids here.
Wow.
They come, they are in the pens cleaning,
Wow.
helping out. Not that they come here and they fold their arms. I don't need to be here. You can talk with the workers. There are times they will come on their own without my knowledge.
Wow. That's a very good.
In Africa, the succession plan, we don't do it well. So I can list countless number of businesses, big time businesses,
They stopped by you.
that the owners died with because the succession plan was not good. So the earlier,
The better.
the better. I don't force any of my kids.
But you show them where they are going. Wow.
So the succession plan is very important.
I really, really love the bright
You
idea
see,
that you've given.
they are
to us.
listening to me.
Yep. Because they love you back. And I always call them, me in my country, I call them the financiers, I call them the mothers, I call them the fathers, because whatever you want, they are not hypocrites. They always give you back.
In the next 2 years, I should have more than 2,000 animals.
The future plan,
With what I have.
You 2,000.
What's
Animals.
today's date?
It's I think 16th.
16th of July.
Yep.
2025.
Yep.
Mark it on the wall.
Have you heard, you guys? Don't
Let's
say
come-
that I didn't tell you.
Let's come back 15th of July 2027. We might not be on this very plot.
Wow. That's so beautiful.
We've just gone to talk about how many acres? 200 acres and unlimited number of acres,
Mr. White,
where grazing will be the core source of feed.
that's the
I've been
truth.
spending a lot of money on their feed. But when we move to the other side of it, we're going to keep this place.
Wow.
But when we move to the other side of,
We're also established.
we have the feed, as you always say,
Yeah.
and we spend money feeding them. Meanwhile, the feed is just there. Yes, you have to complement what they go grazing on.
Mr. White.
You've taught me a lot. Let me tell you, you've taught me a lot.
Yes.
You've opened my eyes to a lot of things.
Yeah.
And trust me, I believe that in the next 6 months, I'm going to save a lot of money, even from their feeding, because now we're not going to be, yes, we're still going to be feeding them, but the
Yes.
grazing,
Yeah.
that would have gone
Yeah.
wasted.
Yeah.
That money is going to increase.
And the supplementary, you have the green and everything.
Yeah.
The silage, we learned it. I'm going to be very happy with you. Actually, I'll thank you for the rest of Africa and other people that are interested in what we really had. It has been a very long conversation. Even the cameraman must also be tired. But the truth is, you've taught people, you've inspired people, you've given advice, you have fathered the nation. That is what we need, guys. My viewers, I want to thank all of you. Also, you have to thank Mr. White for his time, whatever he has done for you. He has talked to you, to your hearts, and even you people in diaspora that is seeing Africa as a dark end. Please, these guys have come back here. This man, I've lived with him, I've been with him. His life is not an ordinary life. It's not Hamis's life, but he's back here. That means there is sense in Africa. I don't want you to take Africa as a by the way, but it is a sense that we can achieve. This farm, I also promise you that I'm going to put in my technical hand with my vets of my company. We are going to be flying here frequently in this farm, and I believe this is going to be the strongest farm here, because White is very dedicated, and we are also equally dedicated. He's going to have a core best point of the technical people, the new vets, the whatever. Guys, I have nothing to say. Mr. White, I want you to tell these people just few words that you don't want to leave. Anything you feel at heart that you would like to talk to the nation before I leave. It's just very few words.
I think in life, one of the key things for me is to be patient in whatever you do. Patience is key. If you rush,
You knock.
you will always get it wrong. It might take time, but have the time to wait. And in all that I'm doing, I have done and intend to do, I always take it to the Lord. He is the first and He's the last of whatever I do. I don't joke with that. I don't take Him out of the equation. I might not have spoken about the one I serve, but He leads me into greener pastures. So thank you. I miss you.
You're welcome.
But I also believe that anybody who is in Ghana who wants to also go into goat farming, with the support of Hamisi, I'm sure we're going to do great things in Ghana. Now he's more or less like a brother from another country. He has promised that anytime I call on him, he will come and support us.
Oh,
And I believe that we'll be able to raise a lot of Hamisis, not just in Ghana, but the whole of West Africa. Maybe Ghana will be the hub to spring from. And I believe that give and take, in a year's time, you'll hear more stories like mine.
wow.
People from the diaspora will take inspiration from this and follow suit.
Wow. That's so beautiful. So,
Thank you,
it's a
Hamisi.
great check, and this is the agreement
start.
that we've made that is going to make billions here. Because me, I told them I'm a goat promoter in the whole of Africa. Though even in Jamaica, they take all my knowledge and do it, but we can do it. We only have to put our hands together. I need more other hobby farm. I've made my Hamisis here. You also have to make more hobby farms. Let me wish you guys, and let me wish you the best. I'll bring him. He still has a lot of stories. There is something he started in Ghana here called the Farmers Market. He will tell us how he started it, which challenges. Actually, we've not exhausted him, but whenever I get some time, I'll have to come back here, give you a lot of details, encouragement. Life is all about encouragement and practical encouragement, not just words. So guys, let me just wish you the best. Sorry we've made these guys hungry. Let them go and eat. Bye for now. See you when you see me.